Baxter from the Lisa Baxter Show, and we welcome you today. I have a guest with me today, which is Valencia Taylor. We're going to be talking about dialysis and kidney failure and how it affects the lives of a dialysis patient and the different things that they encounter in their lives. This is a small, cute little kidney here, just to give you an idea what a kidney is or what it looks like, and we'll talk about that further today. But right now, I'd like to introduce my guest, and I would like to talk to her and ask her some questions. So tune in, stay attentive right now. Thank you. Valencia, so how are you? Let me ask how are you before I get into the questions.
I'm doing okay, so.
Okay, I'm not bad. I've just had some challenges, but thank God, alive and kicking. That's my children, alive and kicking all the time. Okay, how long you been on dialysis?
Next year, 2014, will be 6 years.
6 years. Wow. Wow. I'm sure it's been a journey.
Oh yes,
It's
very
been a,
much so.
it's been a journey. Well, how old are you?
I'm 27,
Okay. And how old are you when you went on dialysis?
about 21, 22, I think.
Young.
Yeah.
Young. Wow, that's young. And I was crying about my little 41 when I got on dialysis almost 10 years ago. So 21. Well, I'd have been screaming about 21. I'd have been screaming about 21. But the good thing about you is you got two beautiful children out of it before you even got on, right?
Yes, I did.
That's a blessing. It was a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
Boy and a girl. Wonderful, wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, how did you get on dialysis? Let's talk about that.
For me, it all started from birth control, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I used to use the patch,
Uh-huh.
and it led to blood clots, and later on, hypertension,
Ooh.
which killed my kidneys. Hypertension, and also being pregnant, basically took the rest of the life from my kidneys.
Wow, you must have been devastated.
Yeah, very much so.
Mm. So, what was your symptoms?
With the kidney failure,
Yes.
mainly like very tired, very weak,
Mhm.
can't get out of bed,
Yeah.
not eating, not sleeping, like, just
That
just laying
insomnia.
there.
Yeah. I had that insomnia too.
Yeah.
I did. I had the metallic taste in the mouth.
Yeah, no matter what you eat or drink,
No matter how much you brush your teeth,
Yeah.
it didn't help.
Yes,
It didn't change
yes.
it. You didn't know what was going
Mints
on.
and everything, nothing worked. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so so you felt these things. Did you go to the doctor right away, or was you warned about it, or anything like that?
I didn't go to the doctor right away
Okay.
because I had just had my son a couple of months prior to me being diagnosed with with kidney failure.
Yes.
So my son was still in the hospital, and I was back and forth every day visiting him.
Uh-huh.
But after being like that, tired and weak all the time for a while,
Yes.
I finally went in and had some blood work done, and I found out the next day through like overnight mail that I need to go to the emergency room right away.
So yeah, you know how it is when your creatinine gets high and everything. Yeah. Those numbers start to change and things start to change for you.
Absolutely.
And you be wishing, hoping it was something else, because some other illnesses have sometimes the same symptoms.
Yeah.
So you say, oh, it's this, I'll take a pill, I'll do it naturally, I'll go later.
Yeah.
But in this case, I'm glad you went. But who knows, because it can save your life. I know that. Now, what would you say your struggles are with this?
Mainly support.
Okay.
I struggle a lot with support. That's very important when you're going through, any situation like this.
Yes.
When you don't have the support and you also have children, that look up to you and need you.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
It's really hard. It's a big struggle.
Now, when you say support, which I understand the word support, but you don't, would you say you don't have a lot of help, or because you're a single parent
friends,
and you know, there's a lot of programs out there too, and I know you don't trust everything or like to deal with everything.
That is an issue I'm trying to work with, you know, and learn to ask for help and accept help, you know, because I know I need it, but I just, you know, I try to do everything on my own.
Well, you've been through some stuff that causes you to be like that.
Absolutely.
And I understand that. I understand that. I don't know if you want to say anything in reference to that, but you can hold it if you want, or you feel free if you want to say anything in reference to about it. But I'm glad you getting out of wanting, letting people help you, because you're a beautiful young lady.
Thank you.
And you deserve to be helped. And you know I'm in your corner.
And I do appreciate it. I really do.
I'm in your corner. You know, because we need one another.
Yes.
I know it's a hard struggle to be on dialysis. It's not an easy pill to take.
Right.
It's not an easy thing to live with. It's not fun. But you have to, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
That's what I always say. It is what it is. You know, you just got to deal with it. You know.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah. Well, how do you deal with it?
Just a day at a time, really. You know.
That's good.
Depending on how I feel in the morning will depend on how much I get done. That would depend on how much I get done during the day.
Okay.
You know, but like I try to do important stuff first. You know, stuff that's not that important is gonna have to wait because I may or may not have the energy for it. You know.
Yeah, you have to choose your battles wisely.
Absolutely.
I know that's right. Sometimes I got a lot of energy and a lot of strength. Sometimes I get to do a lot, and there are times I have to lay down. I think because I've been on dialysis almost 10 years, I get tired more often. Maybe because after now that I turned 50, it's even more challenging for me. But I don't let nothing beat me. You know, I thank God for life, and I try to fight it the best way I can.
That's right.
You know. What have you learned from your illness? I learned some stuff from this. What have you learned?
I've actually learned a whole lot. Because I never knew what dialysis was before I got sick. I don't even recall hearing about it.
Yeah.
You know, like nobody mentioning it. You know, like you see people with grafts and fistulas and stuff like that. I've never seen that before getting sick.
Yeah.
You know, but I think
what do you have? Excuse me.
I have a graft.
Okay, I have a fistula right here.
Right, I had a fistula, but we was unable to use it.
Yeah.
It stopped working, so I've been using a graft for quite a while now.
Okay.
But I think the most important thing I've learned is, I think two things. One, you know, health is very important, so you have to take care of yourself.
Yes.
You know, a lot of people play around with that, like, oh, you know, I'll do it later, I'll go to the doctor later, and that's, you know, like you said before, that's so not good. You know, if something's wrong, you have to go check it out.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think there's hope. You don't always feel like that.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's light at the end of the tunnel, you know?
Amen.
So you just got to keep going for it. At least that's what I'm trying to do, you know? I don't want to give up hope. I have my kids, you know, because of what I've been through in life. You know, I don't trust anyone else to raise my kids, you know? And no one's going to raise them like me anyway. So
No, you the mother.
I don't want to, exactly, you know? I want to be here, you know? So I'm trying to keep hope.
They want you here. I want you here.
I want to be here.
Amen. That's good. That's good. Let me see. I have the last question to ask you. I have this last question to ask you, and I want you to also be free to say anything that you feel that will help yourself, that will help somebody that's going to be coming on dialysis or getting on or just got the news, or even somebody that's on it, that's stubborn or hard-headed or afraid. Because you know we do get afraid. We do get nervous, we get scared, and we get tired. We get scared, and we get tired of dealing with this or going through this. You don't know what dialysis is, but that's when you stuck to a machine. And, you know, you stuck to a machine with these big needles and the blood going, circulating around, getting clean and going back into the body. That makes a lot of things go down in the body, you know what I mean? It can cause the heart to go bad. You could die right on the machine, experience low blood pressure. Have you ever experienced any of those things?
Low blood pressure, no, but high.
Oh, high.
That's always an issue for me. Sometimes I'm better than others, but it's usually high, and you know that's a big problem I'm still working on.
Okay, when it's high and you're on a machine, what do they do to compensate you or help you?
Well, They have medication that they would try to give me, you know, to lower it, like something that'll work quick.
Yeah.
You know, to lower it because they don't want it to go too high.
Right.
But I don't know what it is. A lot of medication doesn't work with me.
Mm.
You know, so the medication I take on a daily basis, I try to keep up with it because it helps to a certain extent. You know, but if it's too high, they do have pills they can give me at dialysis.
Okay.
But other than that, you know, they'll just ask me, do you have headaches and this and that, you know.
For your symptoms.
Right,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But my problem is usually when my pressure's high, I feel fine. You know, no headaches, no dizziness, no nothing. No signs
You
at
just
all.
have to know it's high from them taking it.
Right.
Because they take our pressure every 30 minutes while
Right.
we're on the machine.
Mm-hmm.
How many hours are you doing?
3 hours.
I do 3.5. I started out with 3, but they did it little by little, 15 extra minutes.
Okay.
Wow, wow. Well, I suffer with low blood pressure. On the machine and off the machine, but it started with on the machine. So I black out sometimes, pass out, my pressure gets low. They have to give me saline to give it high, might throw up and stuff like that. So that's